Happy Thursday, everyone, and welcome to our weekly team call. Today, we decided to focus on doing a power hour. As you know, most of us are going to be heading to Nashville to what is our summit, and we will be away. So, the goal is when we return, it will be already August. And for the month of August, we are preparing ourselves for what is a team cup. And the Team Cup, for those of you who have never been on, and some of you have asked me, what's the purpose of a Team Cup? Why should I or why shouldn't I be part of a Team Cup? A Team Cup is just a different way for us to apply and use and get into the habit of doing the 4 vital behaviors very, very good. So from taking it from being okay to mastering it to the point where we are completely good and we feel confident at it. So we're going to work in groups of 5. And the reason why we're doing teams of 5 is because we're going to basically work towards what our future is, which is we're going to have a team behind us and we're going to work with a team of people. So learning to teamwork, learning leadership skills is all part of how you grow and become successful in this business of helping other people. You do need a person who is a diamond in the group. It's not mandatory. You can have someone who is not a diamond and still be in the group. You have common goals. So you have someone that is holding you accountable in this smaller setting or smaller group. So if, for example, you are a coach and you decide that, I want to be an emerald by the end of the cup challenge, or you decide I want to be a diamond by the end of the cup challenge. I want to have 5 coaches actively working the business by the end of the cup challenge. Then you decide, you make this goal and you work with your success partners, which is now the team, and you connect with each other and you are, holding yourself to it. You're sharing ideas. Not one person is the one who's holding the weight. Everyone should be working together. If you cannot commit to working with each other and being resourceful, then take a second look and think about it, because you shouldn't be something that someone else is carrying, but you're putting in the same amount of work that other people are doing in the team as well. And part of being a leader is being resourceful, looking for ideas, being creative. If you don't have the creativity, then going into Pinterest and doing it, because these things have already been done. All we need to do is find them and implement them. So if you're not part of a Team Cup yet and you haven't registered, make sure you comment in our team page, put your name down there, and we will be glad to add you to one of the groups. All right, we're forming as we go, and the goal is to really have these teams registered before we go to Summit. All right, Super Saturday is August 6th. If you have not purchased your ticket, please do us a big favor. Purchase your ticket for Super Saturday, because it is going to be sold out. When everybody sees all the hype and everything that's happening at Summit, they're going to want a piece of it. So you don't want to be the one that, I didn't get my ticket in time, I can't go to Super Saturday. Make sure you get your ticket, but then go a step further and buy a ticket to a challenger that you see good qualities in becoming a good coach in your team. So you want to say to her, listen, I know that you've been doing so good in the group. I would love for you to come to our team event. We're having a Super Saturday. You get to meet my coach. You get to meet my friends. Come on over. And don't worry about the ticket. I've got your back. And you purchase the ticket and give it to them, because we're in the business of giving, so that one day we can receive something back, right? So that's Super Saturday. And join us and make sure you follow the Summit event as it goes through. Now, let me explain a little bit about what should be happening for Power Hour and why we're doing a Power Hour. We know that our business depends on making sure that we reach other people who need our help, who need our assistance, who need our support. And the only way we can do that is through health and fitness. Like, we cannot fix other things other than that, because fitness and Shakeology can help other people. So that's what we do. We focus on helping them. But in order to help them, we can't just help them one day and forget about it. We have to consistently do it. So I know that many of us feel as if we've hit a roadblock, because we are not getting as much traction in our pages. We're not getting as many people coming to us as we were at the beginning of our journey. So this is when you need to become creative, and now you need to become a little bit more resourceful. And now, instead of waiting for people to come to you, you are going out to them. And let me give you an example. For some reason, Instagram has locked me out of adding new friends to my contact. So for the past, I would say 3 weeks, I'm not able to add any new friend into my Instagram contact list. That's not a problem. I said, you know what? I've got goals to meet, and that's not going to put a stop to it. What I did was I went to my Instagram and I looked at my following, and I have 7,505 people following me. So I said, you know what? I can't add any new followers. Instagram won't allow me, but nobody is stopping me from having conversations with these 7,500 people. So I've made it my goal to go in to each of those people every single day. I take 30 to 40 names and I just go in and I message them. And what I message them is something like this. And I do it, I copy and paste it, and sometimes if it relates, if the person had a birthday, then I'll say something. But let me share with you what I say to them. Hi, Saudi, by the way. So I'll say to 30 people, and we're going to do this right now. I would say to them, thank you so much for liking my post, or if it's your page, I appreciate it so much when people support my journey and send good vibes my way. Are you on a healthy journey too? Everyone should have this little blurb in their context. If you don't, go on Messenger, and I'm going to actually, Norris, can you send that and put it in the Messenger so that everybody can just copy and paste? So for right now, I'm going to set the timer up for about, I'm going to say 10 minutes, but let's take about 5 minutes to do that. And let's see how many people we can message in 5 minutes, the same message. And it's just going to say that. Don't stop and think, just go. Just do it. And the people I go to, remember, if you have, like, remember how I said before, if you posted an invitation, you go to them. I can go to them, or I can just go to my followers. And I have to tell you that this is starting a lot of conversations with new people who never dared to reach out to me. But because I'm reaching out to them, then they have like, oh, she's approachable. I can speak to her.
Hey, everybody. So I noticed like 3 more people jumped on, and Uniris just gave us our first task, which was to send 30 messages on Instagram using this message. Uniris, do you think maybe you should share how to send the message on Instagram in case they don't know?
Oh, sure. So for example, I don't know if you can see, if I turn this off maybe. No? Okay,
just tell us where you're.
I'm just going to describe it, okay? So let's say, for example, I was explaining before how I am not able to add any new friends. So I just posted something that relates to overcoming an obstacle, right? I have 102 likes on that post. So I'll click on that post. And whoever likes my post and is following me, I'm going to click on their name. And then I'm going to go into the far right, where there's 3 little dots. And I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to say send message. Here's what I do, because if I go ahead and send that message without doing this step, I'll send the heart first. When I send the heart, it generates if I've already sent the message. So I won't double dip. So I send the heart first, and right after, nothing came up. So I haven't had a conversation with this person. So I'm just going to double tap and paste the message. And I'm just saying, thank you so much for liking my post. I appreciate it. I know we're total strangers, but you stopped by my page, and that means a lot to me. Are you on a healthy journey too? Or are you on a journey to improve your life? And boom. Now I'm going to do that again. And I'm going to do that with the following person who liked my post. And more than one people will say things like, I should be, or I've been watching your page and you inspire me. What is it that you do? And then that gives me the permission to then say, oh, well, let me tell you. And immediately we talk. Never have people like that they are heartless. I really don't send them a message, because why would I send a person that is heartless a message? You need heart for this business. You don't have heart, you gotta move on.
If you're a coach that gets low likes on your pictures, then that's something you should really consider changing, improving the quality of your Instagram, using hashtags that can attract women that are into the same things that you're into. Maybe providing more content that is more relatable to people that you're interested in. And you will see that your likes will improve. You don't just say, oh, people aren't liking my stuff and give up. You kind of got to go back and say, what can I improve in my Instagram? How can I make it look more like a magazine? What hashtags should I be using? And just kind of always have a mindset of trying to figure this thing out.
The other thing I do also is I check the same thing. Like, I notice when I post a picture about food, I don't get a lot of traction. But if I post a picture of myself wearing something, full body me, with whatever I say, I get more traction. So I know that about my audience. I do add value because food is part of who I am. But then I know if I want to get more people to talk to me, then I think about something that I'm going through right now, and I post about that. All right, so can somebody share with me how many messages they were able to send within these 5 minutes? We just had 5 minutes.
Are they muted?
I was able, hi guys.
Hey, Giselle.
I was able to send, because I have like the baby here, like 15, and I already got a response back. So
there you go.
Works.
It truly does work. It helps really open up like the other person. And it's going to take some time because these are probably cold messages that you're sending. But let me tell you something about inviting. Inviting people, I've noticed that when I ask somebody, have you invited today? And they will say yes. And then I said, can you tell me how you invited? And they'll say, I posted a picture of myself working out and telling people if they wanted more information to like or comment this post. I said, awesome. That is one form of invitation. The second form of invitation, because you added a call to action. You told them if you want more information, like or comment this post, so that gives them permission. Now, the second way is to now actively reach out to that person. And that's what you do when you say, hey, I noticed you liked my post about, are you interested in learning more? Or I noticed that you mentioned, because you're also reading the feed, I also that you mentioned you were looking to increase your stamina, or you were looking for a workout, or you started working out. If I offered you support with nutrition and accountability, would you like to learn more? And now you're giving that person, okay, so I see her wall. It looks like she's consistent. It looks like she's working out. It looks like she's happy. It looks like she's positive. Yes, I want to learn more. Okay? And now you continue the relationship building. Now, let's see, how about we go? I want to make sure that I take a moment because it's not only through Instagram. So let's go to Facebook and let me share something with you on Facebook. On Facebook, I'm going to share screen, and don't mind my craziness. I have a lot of goodness. So I have a lot of things open, so don't judge. So here's the thing, right? On Facebook, when you go to your home, or you go to your page, you go to friends, and you want to go to your recently added section, okay? Because another way, you add new people to your Instagram, but you also add new people through Facebook. So you're going to go to your recently added people. And I have, for example, I have Maciel Hunter. So what I do here is, let's say I get her. Some of the things that I do is I add them to a list. And I have down here different names for my list. I have cold invites, right? But she's already a prospect. So I'm moving her to my prospect for 2016. Click on that and I leave her there. So later on, I'm going to come here. But let me say that I have this person here. Kenya. They're beach party people. I put them on a different list. I'm looking for someone that I have not, they're all people that I've already spoken. So let me go somewhere where I haven't. So here, like this is a person that friend requested me out of the blue. I'm just gonna go up to messages to see what I said to her. See, this is, let me share with you this person. I was driving down Woodhaven Boulevard, which is a very familiar road on popular street around my way. And she saw me and she messaged me, I think I saw you. And then from that moment on, we became friends. And now she reached out to me Monday to let me know that 6 months ago she had a baby and she wants my help. So she and I are still talking. Like, she wants to know how I can help her. Fine. But I just tell you that people will see you in the streets and they will recognize you because they follow you on Facebook or on Instagram, and they will make that connection. Back to the topic. Keep going down. I'm looking for a specific thing because what I do is I add people, and then when they delete, they don't answer me, I tell them something. Okay, so here's one message that I would send. Hi, Jacqueline, stopping by to say hello. Your profile kept popping up and you seem familiar. Thanks for accepting my friend request to follow you. So I'm gonna put this in our messages so that you can copy it, and you can do the same right now. And you're gonna send this to a few people.
And just so you guys know, most of the time, sometimes people don't have Messenger. And sometimes people don't check Messenger the way we are. They're not like, Facebook is not their world like it is for us. So it's very important that you not only, if it's somebody you're really interested in, like right now we're doing a power hour, obviously you're just gonna send a bunch of messages. But if you notice that they have not read it, I recommend you go on their wall and start interacting with them. You know, commenting on their photos, liking their photos. And if you see something, like if they went to, like if you go on Uniris's page today, like I'm going to ask them, well, where did you go? Like those pictures are beautiful. That giraffe, like you're going to ask questions about something. You can ask, did you go to the zoo? Which zoo did you go to? Oh my God, did the kids enjoy it? How, did they have food? Like, you know how many questions I could ask Uniris if she was a random prospect, I'd have a field day with her today. And this is how you build relationships.
This is another one that I would send to people immediately after they accept my friend request. At the beginning, when I was a coach, I felt awkward. You know, when people accept, I friend request them and then they accept my request and I'm like, oh shit, what do I do now? And I would leave and let it be. Like I wouldn't say anything. And then I didn't know how to get back into the conversation. So now I say things like, hi, Cindy, thank you for your friend request. Are you also on a health and wellness journey? So now, because the fact that she requested me to be her friend, this is her idea. Now I want to know, what do we have in common? It must be fitness and health. with that so that she says, oh no, I know you because I'm part of Team Eagle, or I know you because whatever. And then that gives us a beginning to talk. Okay? Norris, I don't know if you have handy the message that I send to people, because that one has been helping. The one I send to people after I've been waiting, pending for their response, and they don't reply back. So I say to them, thank you for, not accepting me. If anything you need.
Oh, the referral?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'll send it.
Because some people won't, you'll send them a friend request and then that's sitting there and they never do anything with it. Okay, wait.
Oh, what?
There it is. I found one. Here it is. Hope you had an enjoyable birthday. I'll go into their page. Let's say, for example, a person like me just went to the zoo. I would say, it looks like you had so much fun at the zoo. I wanted to ask for your help. If you know of someone interested in making changes to their health and fitness, send them my way. I'm always looking to help. Thank you in advance. And then that person responded, well, that person would be me. And immediately we started to talk. And now this person has been following me for over 4 months now and has never dared to ask. So I was like, I wanted to say to her, like, really, why wouldn't you ask me? But that's not my business, right? Let me put that in there. If you find the other one, Norris, let me know.
My phone was there.
And I would spend a few minutes on Facebook just sending messages this way. And then later on, you can come back and close them or like continue the conversation. And then you know what you do? You back up the conversation you're having with these people with your post. So if you notice, I'm already at Success Club 10. So I'm not worried about entering people for the fitness. Now I'm leading with the coaching opportunity. So when I'm leading, I switch gears. When I'm speaking about the fitness part, I am answering questions that have to do with fitness in my post. So I will say things like, I felt lost, I didn't know what to eat or how much of what to have, so I just gave up. But now I am able to follow a nutrition guided program, and I'll put that in my words. If you're looking for support, and I'll put a lot of food pictures, and that way it brings people over. But right now I'm moving into the business op, so now I'm speaking to women who have purpose and meaningful in their lives. So I'm saying things more like, stop thinking of what if, give it a try. You'll never know. You never know how strong you are until you really give something a try, etc. Let me see if I post.
Did everybody post their picture already?
Yes, that should have been posted. Now let's see how many, we have like 3 more minutes to continue messaging on Facebook. Let me see if I found. Because now what I also want us to do is take some time to follow up on those enrollments that have been sent. This is one that works for me, for people who have messaged me and said, yes, I would like to hear more about it. I'm going to the gym, or I started, biking more with my family, but I haven't really stuck to my program. And then I'll say to them, if I told you that I can help you lose weight with a simple meal plan where you won't be starving and just 30 minutes of exercise a day, would you? And then that usually gets them talk and say, yes, you know what, that sounds like something I want.
You don't have to be this shit straight.
And people like to say, oh, you seem familiar. Where do I know you from? Oh, we have a few friends in common. That might be how you know me. The end of June, I was really, really interested in closing because there gets a moment where you get like in a hustle mode. Right now, it's a smooth sail because I got patience to talk to people and wait for them to talk to them. But if it gets to like before I leave to Summit and I haven't hit Success Club and I haven't met my mark, I'm going haywire. So things like what I'm going to share right here are some of the things that I will share with people. So I don't know if this is for you or not. You never know unless you ask, right? I'm looking to help 10 new people who want to get started losing weight, toning up, or learning how to make changes in their nutrition over the next 21 days. Are you open to learning more about it? By adding the word open, I'm telling them if they say no, they're being closed-minded. Or do you know someone who is? So thank you in advance. Usually that will get the person to, again, speak up. And that I do after I've gotten like 100 no's. Because I'm just friend requesting people and sending them info. All right, so now what I want to share with you is something that I do when it comes through email. So you've already collected a good amount of email with your people. So those people that have already, you've already sent enrollments through the mobile app. You can go to that mobile app, and instead of sending an email through that mobile app, I would send it directly from your email. And it would look like something like this. What I do is I take a picture, a transformation picture of myself, and I post it inside of the body of the email. And then I take this info, which says, the whole package, and I tell them, take advantage of the special offer of 21-day fix, because obviously I've already spoken to them about the benefits. They already know everything about it. I'm just sending them a quick reminder, and this is what you will get. I will share this with you in that. And then what I do is I literally go to my inbox and my enrollments, and anyone and everyone that I sent an enrollment to in the month of June, I am sending them this message right through my email system. So here's my email, right? And I have Streak set up. So let's say that I go to Streak and I have, I don't know, let me just write as an example. Matter of fact, no, hold on, because I'm working too. Hold it. I'm going to go to Team Beachbody and I'm going to just grab an email. Of somebody who is pending. So I usually go to status on your mobile enrollment. Let me stop here for a second. So for those of you who may not know, I will go to, you know how we have sent, started, and completed. I am really not that interested in all the people who I sent to first. I'm going to go to the people who started the enrollment, but for some reason or the other, they haven't closed. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to select an email. And now I am going to go to my email and compose an email. Open. I want to put it full body. Okay. So I'm going to write the email of the person. And I've been promoting the name of my group, which is Summer Squad. And then I'll go, this is the beauty of Streak, I'll go to my snippet, which is already set up, and I will say sale for 21 Day Fix. So I have that in my head. That's my way of organizing it. That's how I know I'm sending this message. So it automatically uploads the information. It's there. Everything that I just shared with you with the picture and everything. And all I have to do is send. And I do that with the next 10 people. And Streak will show me with the little green eye that the person has seen the message. So usually I have this person as a friend on Facebook, and now I will go and like their page or pictures on Facebook. So I'm in their face and they think like, oh my gosh, she just liked my post. And oh my gosh, she's just talking about this change or this transformation. And she just sent me a message. It's a miracle and it's all happening. If you have any questions, you can ask. And that's how I do that piece with email as well. And I use my email collection from Mobile App. One way that you can organize that is by looking at them by in alphabetical order. So we're gonna spend another, I guess, 10 minutes going through our mobile enrollments and following up with people from there.
And just so you know, you can pull up your mobile enrollments on your computer, guys. It's awesome because if you just Google Beachbody mobile app, you can find it, pull it up, and start getting your emails directly on your computer.
Inteligente, I have it, I forgot. And that's easy because you just copy and paste it. Okay. Mira qué chulería. Oigan. That's why we need each other in life. Here you go. See? Let me share the screen. Mira qué bendición. Bendición, there it is. See? Oye. Look at this. You go to the started. You go here. You go here.
Oh, damn.
Copy and paste. Yeah. And now instead of sending 10 emails,
I'm gonna interrupt. Uniri, ¿tú no sabías eso?
Pero se me olvidó.
Okay. No, tú sabías. I got.
You did know, but she just didn't remember.
I got scared.
I have it on my tab. See, it's there. Look at it right there. To show you that way. It's
I'm
so
just
easy.
checking that the rock star that you are knew. I have to make fun of you. All right, back to you.
Back to work. Let's see this. Oye, Tati, tú eres una estrella. Qué bendición.
I just love working on my computer better because on the phone, I honestly, sometimes, I just can't concentrate. Honestly, it's because I have a new computer.
I know, and it's cute.
What you got?
All right, I gave it up. That's what it is.
What you got now?
The little one, the MacBook.
The Air.
It's like the Air, but it's a MacBook.
It's a MacBook, okay.
And it's gold.
Hi, Papa. Very good. Congrats on your new computer.
Thank you. All right. You know, you gave me an idea though. I didn't think of messaging the ones who actually started the enrollment first. Let me go get all these people. Let me go harass them. Let me go. Oh, you know what I do, guys? Not only do I send the email the way Uni does, I actually send them the enrollment again.
Oh, también.
Like, I really bombard them. Like, I have no fear.
You know what? We have nothing to lose. And one person told me, she started this month. She's like, I really want to thank you because you never stopped following up with me. And if you would have stopped following up with me, I probably never would have started because it's been mulling me over. It's been like haunting me and I never take the step. That's why I needed somebody to push me. And that's what we represent to other people. We represent like their inner voice, somebody that can actually get them to move when they feel like they can't.
Honestly, like I know how my customers feel when they get the enrollment because I was one of those people. I didn't sign up right away when my brother told me I had to order the thing. I thought, you know, I procrastinated. I, you know, sat on it. Like I Googled if it was a scam. Like I gave him a hard time. So and even just to get the product, like I was one of those people, so I can relate to them. And it wasn't so much because I was giving him a hard time, but it was just that I didn't believe that this was one of the things that I was going to actually do. You know, I was a quitter my entire life. I tried every diet you can think of. So for me, I'm like, oh, another thing that I'm going to buy, you know? So what people feel when they get our enrollment is any little thing gets in their way, like they could be doing the enrollment, right? And we think that it's the price, and it's not the price. And they're doing the enrollment, right? And they get distracted by their kid, or they get distracted by their husband, or they go out and they forget. They honestly forget, or it's just that they're afraid of buying this one extra thing that they think they're not going to complete. So that's why you have to be doing a very good job after you send an enrollment on sharing what's happening in your challenge group. Like right now, I am sitting on probably like 100 enrollments. And if you notice, I've been posting about the 3-day cleanse. I've been posting about what's happening in my challenge group. I've been posting things that are going to show them that what I said in my script is true.
It's backed up. Mm-hmm.
You got to keep jobbing. I mean, you got to remember, guys, people, you know, most people that we deal with have issues with their weight, and they have, you know, insecurities, and they have limited beliefs in themselves. So we have to do a good job on showing them that this is real.
And you know what helps? Sometimes we get in our own way and we let the voices in our head speak louder than the reality. And I know this to be true because it happens. So you need to submerge, like you need to eat and breathe personal development. And if you are lacking in the area of feeling confident on what you're doing is right, then you need to connect with personal development that reminds you of the need of this country for people to change their lives. So read or listen to, get on YouTube, listen to Hungry for Change, listen to Tony Robbins, Unleash the Giant Within, get on Energy Buzz and focus on positive vibes and pray. And let God be your guide, like for real. But don't drown in the no's, because the no's will make you feel defeated, and you need to shake yourself up and say, I got this, because there's purpose behind it, and I can't let this stop me. Because you have a dream and you have already invested enough time. You've already seen the results from the products. You've already been an example yourself. So what makes you the one to hold people back from it?
You know, that's a great point. And Eunice and I were talking a few minutes before getting on this call. You know, fear is a false expectation. And a lot of times, if you look around, especially in the Beachbody community, and you look at people that started maybe, when Team Eagle first started, for those that have been on this team for a long time, and maybe have not, Unides talked about this the other day, maybe they're not where they should be, or, maybe they're not where they know they could be, that maybe is so connected to fear. And that is what stops everybody, not only in the Beachbody community, but in everything. And I'll tell you guys, one of the things that have helped me as a person in this business to become successful, and it's because I'm very confident. I've always been very confident my entire life. I've been overweight my entire life, but I've also been very confident. I think that that's one of the things that a lot of us lack in, and it shows. It shows in how we post. It shows in our conversations with people. Like, when I get told no, I don't get angry. I get this like smirk on my face and like this sense of like, really? Like, you don't want to be my challenge group? Like, you don't know what you're missing, girl. And I literally feel that way. So I get on the voice note y con un aire y con una cosa, and I'm like, pero ¿cómo que tú me estás diciendo? ¿Qué es lo que tú me estás diciendo, muchacha? Explícame. Like, I keep it real like that. Oh, I'm sorry, my dog just jumped on my brother's balls. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Buddha. Ay, este perro está de madre. Who wants a French bulldog? I can't with this dog. So, one of the things that I can advise you guys tonight, you guys need to shut up. Just deal with the pain. Is that if that's one of the things that you're lacking in your business, and it's something that you're aware of, work on that. Like Unides said, read the personal development that's going to help you overcome that fear. And again, understand that it's a false expectation. Like, I didn't know that fear was a false expectation until I started to do personal development. And when I found that out, I became a beast, because I'm like, oh, I understand this animal. And now you tame me. You cannot hold me down, because fear is a false expectation. So the moment I feel it, I like conquer everything, because I already know, like, you know what, this is my moment to beast up. And I think you guys can start doing that instantly by just having that mindset and understanding that, and then, tackle what it is that you need work on. Don't be afraid of realizing what you're weak in your business, and start doing the right personal development to help you. Like if you need help prospecting, Google Prospecting 101. Listen to 30 minutes consecutive every day on how you can get ready for your day so that you can get better at prospecting. If overthinking things is one of the things, Google, how do I overthink things? And spend 30 minutes every day, finding insights and wisdom on how to stop being an overthinker. Like, that is a huge crippling part of people's growth in this business. Like, there's no secret to, being a amazing coach and thriving in this business, but the people who invest in their weaknesses and grow from that and start to approach this business in a different way are the ones who overcome that fear, so they can become confident enough to be at Successful 10 and beyond every single month. It's confidence. And if you guys don't believe me, go on the leaderboards. Go on the leaderboards and look up all the coaches that are at Success Club 20 and beyond. And I bet you the first thing you're going to see on their wall is that they're freaking confident. I bet you, and study them. Study those people. Stop following people that don't do shit. If they're not on the leaderboards in the back office and they're not, being mentioned on the national wake-up call, I don't want you to follow them. I don't want you to look at what they're posting, because they're posting garbage and they're not growing their business and they're just here for the party. You guys have a incredible business in your hands, but what you do now with your business is going to set you up for the end of the year, and is going to help you get in a better position in your business towards the end of the year. And that's my little rant, and we'll keep on working because I got to message people.
Somebody asked somebody asked that, what does the heart mean on IG message?
What I do with the heart is I make sure that I send, when I'm sending, random messages on Instagram, I send the heart first, because for some reason on direct messenger, it's not like Facebook. You go in and immediately you see the messages. With Instagram, it takes a while to kind of populate it. So when you post a heart, it brings in all of the old comments. So that's why I put the heart, and then I follow through with if nothing has been messaged. If something's been messaged, it'll pop up, and then I can continue the conversation. I don't know if that happens to you guys, but that happens to me.
Can you explain that heart thing again? Because what are you talking about? Now I'm confused.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? You see this person?
Uh-huh.
I was going to message her the direct message that I was sending. But when I
Okay.
sent her the heart, this came through. I already have started a conversation with her. So just
Oh.
blindly send her the same message, I'm going to look like an idiot. So I pause and I'm like, oh, okay. So see, for example, I already
But if you go on your messenger, can't you see the conversation without sending on her? I mean, I like
I guess you can sometimes.
Why it doesn't happen.
I mean, I see mine. I can see the conversation I was having. That's why I got confused.
So see, for example, I just started this conversation, right? I can't see if I've had any messages with that person. So I'm going to send a
So you
heart.
delete the messages.
And I haven't.
You know what? Okay, so you know what you do? I'll show you another way. If you go on the bar on the top and you type their name, if you go on the bar and my family's out of control today. I'm sorry if you hear this noise. You put their name on the top. Like, let's say you put a name, Unides, of somebody you've already talked to on the top. Put my name, Sally. And then it should show that we've had a conversation. And then if you click in there, you'll see our past conversation.
See, this is you and me.
But your telephone got broken. Because right now, like, I'm going to go, all right, let me see. I was talking to Notice, and okay, let me put Leila, because I talked to her earlier today.
But do you do that through Instagram?
Oh, you mean on Instagram? Oh, no, I thought we were talking about Messenger.
No, en DM de Instagram.
No, yo no. De Facebook, sorry.
Okay, yo te quería preguntar, Niri, era si tú lo borras entonces los mensajes, because I can still see my messages that I was having.
Let me check.
I still have. This is my direct messenger.
Right. So
I
how
still-
come you can't see the messages?
Like I have, for example, I have them.
You know that there's an app for direct messenger?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's called InstaChat.
But I need is
I'm sorry I didn't tell you about it. I just downloaded. Look, I haven't even like set it up. Okay.
Good girl.
No, I just found out about it. I forgot who told me about it. I don't know.
Insta who? Insta who?
It's called Insta Message. Hold on, let me show you what it looks like. ¿Dónde está la vaina? Espérate. Now it's locked. Update. Is merging with Insta Message.
Jowdy, how do I follow up with people who say that they are already on a fitness journey? I'll tell them, what are you doing for your fitness journey? And then will end up being that, they don't follow any type of fitness regimen. And then I share with them, I do suggest you try the Shakeology, and I get into the whole thing of, have a nutrition.
I think you should give her a script so she just follows the script. Let me see. Don't we have one?
I have one. It's in the group. It's in the page.
Yeah.
Which script do you want? Like which one? There's a lot of them.
There's one from Josh Coates that's really good that you gave me. That you follow with my message. Yeah. You guys should follow a script. Don't go try to do this on the fly.
Let me get the AOR thing.
All right, I'm gonna go check what that app is. It's making me do something here.
I'm sorry, let me mute myself. Hold on. I'm getting a ton of.
It does. Oh, yes, I got it. I'm going to send this to you. Wait. It's almost like, what got you started on your fitness journey.
Yes.
And that's going to get you, that's a good one, Sally. Thank you for reminding me. Let me send this here.
I follow scripts, guys. I have been doing this business for 5 years and the script works. I can't keep up with saying different things to different people in my head. I would probably lose my mind. I just follow a script. I do voice notes to.
But the thing is, they become ingrained in you already, so you kind of know to speak that way.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I do this too when I send people, like, because there are seriously people that I want on my team. Like, I go on their page because they inspire something in me. And I do say that to them, you know, do you know that you have this positive vibe around you? That what made you that way? Are you positive naturally, or what made you be that way, or what made you be so confident, etc. Idioti, porque yo no lo puedo poner. I'm trying to message something y no me deja. And I'll say to them, is this something natural for you, or is this something that you were born, like, you know, something happened that made you be this confident? And that helps them start a conversation, and that's how I'll invite them to be a coach on my team.
And that also builds your confidence. I know that I choose every now and then, like Uniri said, I look for people on Instagram that I am inspired by, and I challenge myself to get them on my team. And I've been successful at doing it. Even when I was like a baby coach, and doing that helped build my confidence on what it is that we do and what we stand for as coaches. So it's good to do that. I like that you brought that up, Uniris.
It helps you start the conversation, because then you know why you are connected with that person. Like, I've learned of women who are single moms. I've learned of women who've been through separations. I've learned with women who are teachers, who are educators, who are looking for change. And the conversation starts by saying what got you started, or what made you do that, you know? All right. I wasn't able to message in here, guys. So what I did, Salvi, and I think
I see it. I see it.
So if you can share it with everybody else. Jowdy, I put it in the badass chat. All right. And the other thing, guys, so before we close out the night so that everybody can go do their thing, just to piggyback on where Salvi was talking about, unfortunately, we cannot help others until we're not helping ourselves. And one of the things that I find that impedes and puts a stop on our power hours is because we're lacking one of the 4 vital behaviors. We're not doing what we're supposed to do first. So then we feel guilty, and we feel like we're not being, you know, proof that the product works. So you have control over that. You can control that part. All you need to do is get out of your own way. And just do what you know is right to do. 15 minutes, to be quite honest with you, is not enough time for you to devote into increasing your personal growth. You definitely need a little bit more. And you need to, you know, when someone rejects you or tells you no, you need to put the focus on them and helping them, not how it's affecting you. It has nothing to do with you. Don't complain about where you are in this business, because the truth of the matter is you are where you've worked to be. Unfortunately, when we take the whole poor me, I'm not where I need to be, so I'm just going to crumble and pass out, that's a victim mentality that doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help you, it doesn't help the team, and it doesn't help the people who are following you, because it's almost like you let them down. Here you are giving them a boost of energy, and all of a sudden you disappear, and then you come back, and then you disappear again, and you come back. It's not that. So instead of thinking, why is this happening to me? Think, how can I change? How can I share, you know, go from here, from being present today to being present 5 years from now, to being present 10 years from now, to being better than what I am today. Because this is a lifelong journey. It's not going to be over tomorrow. So focus on becoming better every single day and thinking about things you can do to change. It's the only way you're going to find exit out of this. You can choose to stay and go back into your old habits, but that's not going to do you any good. So plug into your challenge groups And remember that you are a challenger first. Regardless of how big your business is growing or how little your business is growing, you still have to show up to your challenge group like a challenger. You still have to show results because that's the reason why you started. So literally, like for those of you who hide out, and if you gained weight, I don't care. I need you to plug back in. I need you to find a workout and to just do what you know is right. I can't go knocking on people's doors. I need you to show up. And that's the only way you're going to find results. Okay? So no victim mentality. Summit is coming. I am so super hyped and excited because the momentum is starting to build. And I know that when we come back from Summit is fire from here on end. And the year is going to end up strong. So let's just do the best that we can. And we know that in our heart, we put our heart into it. It's going to come back. And that's all from me. If anybody has any questions or anything to add. If not, let's all go and be on Success Club before the end of the night. All right. Anybody have any questions?
Since we had a lot of insights, I think you guys should dedicate a real power hour from now to 11 p.m. And really, so you can wake up to a thriving business every morning, get used to doing that every single day. As successful as you guys may see me, I, look at my eyes. I don't go to bed till 1, 2 in the morning working my business because the work doesn't stop. And I played a lot today. My brother's in town, so now I have to make up for the day. All right, guys?
Rockstar.
All right.
Alrighty, have a good night, everyone.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm going to get to work now with these emails. Bye.
Bye.